Dun, 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 dun. Welcome to another episode of In the Library of Graphic Literature with your host, Wallace Ryan.
Yay! Thank you very much. Yay! So this is a special edition inspired by, who was it you were talking to and they mentioned to you?
Oh, I was talking to an old uncle of mine and mentioned something about an old comic strip of Tarzan, and it was in the newspapers, and there was a few series of it, and it was before the Disney, rendition of it. And
Which kind of ruined it all.
yeah, it got me wondering because I was like, hey, Wallace has those comics.
Now I do have some. There were one or two I couldn't find, but I found most of them. I was a big Tarzan fan, believe it or not, when I was a kid, because it was a TV show at the time. Actually, the guy who starred in it, Ron Eli, just died in the past month or so. But he was the sexiest looking Tarzan you could ever want. Right? You could ever Tarzan. Anyway, it was cool. So yeah, I figured, we got enough Tarzan in here to support a show all by itself.
A surprising amount.
Mm-hmm. Now, this week also, too, you'll notice we had the spinner rack intrude in on us. I don't know how it got here or what it's up to. But old-time comic fans will remember that noise. So, that being said, let's get right into the Tarzan. Yay! And I'll start off actually. Oh, I got a really big book here. I guess. Oh, here. Hold on to the stack for a second. And okay, and a sec back. Maybe there's something I should have prepared a little bit better. There, okay. Right, anyway. So yeah, that's it, exactly, right? Me Tarzan, you Luna, or you Jane, it would have been in the old days. So anyway, one of my favorite Tarzans, and I love the logo. This logo is more or less it's like used on everything I've seen in terms of every company uses the same logo. I'm assuming it must be approved by the state of Edgar Rice Burroughs, the creator of Tarzan. Now this one is cool because this is by Hal Foster, who later went on to do Prince Valiant. Yay! And this is what got him the job as Prince Valiant. So he was well known for his work, and I happened to get, actually there's 3 volumes of this. I figured we'd just look at one was good enough. So let me crack this open here. Oh yeah. What do you think? Nice big pages too, eh?
Yeah, but the font is still small.
Yeah. Well, I guess people could read better back in those days, right? People could read. Geez, I gotta really pull it back here to fit it onto the camera here to get people to be able to see the whole thing. So this one now, this one I've yet to read actually, but the artwork is actually quite nice. I like Hal Foster's artwork. We'll get in for a close look there. I mean, back in the old days, the really good artists were in the comic strips, and the artists who were like alcoholics or troublemakers or ne'er-do-wells or whatever, they did the comics. But yeah, everyone back then, even Jack Kirby, a lot of the big people, they wanted a comic strip. Oh no, wrong! We're on fire here. But yeah, beautifully done. Wouldn't you say? Check that out. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I love these big books too, right?
1930s, my goodness, that wasn't yesterday.
Yeah, and there's 3 volumes in this. I can't remember when it ends off. Actually, I'll even tell you. Let me walk this back to its shelf here.
Did you say what newspaper it came out in?
It would have been in newspapers up to 37.
Yeah, what kind of newspaper? Like, where was that released?
All across North America. It would have been in, the New York Times. All the big newspapers would have had it, right? At the time. And even some little newspapers whose because it was quite popular. Tarzan was a lot better known when I was a kid. Now you say Tarzan to people and people say, "Pardon me."
I was told it was more gruesome.
Yeah, it's it was well, it was a man raised by apes, right? Now the good thing about this, some good artists actually who drew him, and this was one of them. This was a guy, Russ Manning. He did the comic strip, and this was from 67, 69. There were 4 volumes in this. This is from the Library of American Comics. And the artwork, though, this guy's artwork, he was best known for, he did Magnus Robot Fighter, which was a big comic in the 60s, and it had made a comeback in the 90s, actually. It was part of the Valiant. But the artwork is just, his artwork's just absolutely beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, it has this purity and cleanliness to it that you just don't see in other people's artwork. So he was man, did that Tarzan have abs? But this, of course, this is Russ Manning hair, one of the slickest. And now I'm assuming this was around the time, I know that Mike Royer, who inked Jack Kirby, also worked with this guy as an inker, so I don't know if he inked some of this or not. But beautiful artwork. For a Tarzan fan, I recommend this highly for any Tarzan fan, because it's just absolutely, hands down, one of the most beautifully illustrated Tarzans out there, right? Now, speaking of beautifully illustrated Tarzans, this one is Tarzan versus the Barbarians, with artwork by Byrne Hogarth. And Byrne, he was actually one of the co-founders of the School of Visual Arts, I do believe, and he's best known to a lot of this is strips from 1940 to 43. This he was best known as a oh, here we go. Oh yeah, for in the 70s, for us young budding artists who were trying to learn how to draw and all that. This guy, Byrne Hogarth, he put out a book, which I still have somewhere here, called Dynamic Anatomy. And he showed, so it helped you draw muscular people and all that. And actually there were even some pictures from Tarzan in it. I was trying to find one of the ones in particular. It was, and I don't know where it is. I guess, I'm surprised that I have it packed up, if it's packed up, but I did have one that I was looking for that he did that was absolutely spectacular. But this guy, he did like great jungle scenes, and like he was great at trees and leaves, like there.
That was beautiful.
Oh no, I think they found me. But yeah, absolutely stunning work. Mm-hmm. And in terms of anatomy, I mean, every figure he did just seemed to be bursting with energy. So yeah, Hogarth was one of my favorites. I'll give people a close-up look. I mean, this guy could actually draw. And in this day and age, when there's so few really good artists out there, and a lot of crappy AI, which is not really art, I mean, this is absolutely spectacular. And there were a lot of early comic book artists would be copying off the likes of him or Hal Foster. There was a couple of people. Oh look, I have one that was unopened. Hey, let's open it. It's you can tell I never got around to. Hang on a second. I never got around to reading this baby. Now, I wonder how long this has been there. Unopened. Like that. Okay, people. How long do you think it's been left there? Unopened. Just waiting to be talked to. Hugged and loved. Oh, that guy. Now, this is Tarzan and the Adventurers. And this would be from... This is from 49 to 50 and 47 to 50.
Okay.
So some ooh, there, now look. There he's going really wild with the jungle scenes.
Oh, that's cool. Riding the line.
Yeah. And this, oh yeah, look at this. I think this is some of his later stuff. Which to me it's just, he's one of these people who just kept getting better and better the longer he went on. Actually, the color ones are even better than the color ones. I think he spent more time on himself. But I guess we'll show the people. Let them enjoy a bit of Byrne Hogarth. And there's the line, him jumping on the line like you mentioned. He just had, his figures were just absolutely amazing, and his trees and his branches on the trees were absolutely amazing. And of course it's chock-a-block with man-ape violence, man-on-ape violence. And then there's some daily strips in here too. Not bad, you know. But yeah, another classic. Now let's see, just out of curiosity, how long this has been sitting there. 2018. So 7 years this has been sitting there, unwrapped and unloved. I feel so bad. Now this is Tarzan and the Lost Tribe, Byrne Hogarth again. And this would be from...
Do you think Conan fans would enjoy this?
Yes, as a matter of fact, yeah. Yeah, for sure, right? Because Edgar Rice Burroughs, the Pulp People, and all that, definitely all in the same in the same genre. This is 47 to 49, so just slightly earlier than that last one. Oh yeah, look at those jungles. See? That's what I like about his jungle scenes. When he really got into it, they became like super jungle scenes. Like, I mean the jungle in his more than anyone else's, it really came alive, became a character, like the alligator scene here. So let's share that with the folks. I mean, look at those jungle scenes. He reminds me of like Bernie Wrightson or some of these people who did great jungle scenes or trees, foliage. Let's call it foliage. Oh, and an octopus in there. Why not? Oh yeah, check that out. Mm-hmm. So yeah, he'd go wild with the backgrounds, with the trees and the giant flowers. And so yeah, definitely. And like I say, anyone who's a comic book artist out there, they remember him, like I say, so much from Dynamic Anatomy. Actually, he had Dynamic Anatomy, Dynamic Hands, Dynamic... Oh God. Oh, there was a whole bunch of different ones. Anyway, this is Tarzan in the City of Gold. Once again, Byrne Hogarth again. This is all from the complete Byrne Hogarth comic strip library, which I think I have all of them. Which one is this from? Oh, this is from 2014. And, oh, it doesn't say. Okay, okay, this goes from 37 to 40. So this is back earlier again, in terms of some of the early days. Oh, covered wagons. Oh yeah, look, he's starting to get jungle-ated there. Still not quite as beautiful as his later work. This is early Hogarth, so he's getting there. But he's not quite as beautiful as he later became, as both a man and an artist. I've been trying to talk louder too, because some people have been saying that I don't talk loud enough for the show.
I keep saying this.
So this is the ultra loud edition.
He needs a new camera.
Yeah. So yes, send us money or send us cameras. Now this is Tarzan versus the Nazis. Now the Nazis, as we know, are usually relegated to the History Channel and to Republican conventions, but this one, they actually come alive, and I guess he gets to hunt them down. Oh, look, see jungle stuff again.
Mm-hmm.
And what is the date on these? Okay, 43 to 47. So this is starting to get into the good Hogarth. But of course, taking on the Nazis. I mean, they're the best villains out there, right?
Show the people. Show the people.
So I guess it was only a matter of time till Tarzan did take on the Nazis. I mean, I do believe there were even Sherlock Holmes movies or shows where they'd push him into the 20th century a bit. But I can't remember if he ever took on the Nazis. Yeah, I think he... I thought there was. Anyway, taking on the Nazis like he did. What a brave guy, hey? Just like Captain America.
Mm-hmm.
And now the Tarzan, he was done, when I was growing up, he was mainly done by Gold Key Comics. Was the main place you'd find him. And then then he moved to DC Comics.
Oh, you got some comics.
Yeah, or one at least. And this was, when he moved to DC, this would have been in the 70s. This is one of the legendary 100-pagers. These were much...
Yeah, that's pretty thick.
Yeah, these were much sought after. And there's a couple of 100-pagers on the spinner rack.
Back. Oh, that's cool.
Now, sometimes they'd have reprints from some of the older stuff in there. Like, let's check out this one. Yeah, look. Here, this one is... yeah, definitely by... this one's... Russ Manning. So this is some of the early... Some Russ Manning comics. He did Korak for Gold Key, son of Tarzan. And... but this one, yeah, it looks like they've cut up some of the... even looking at the panels, the way they're cut up like that, it's like obviously they cut up some of the old comic strips.
Mm.
And it does look like him. Now, in among these was also... Ooh, and I think there was... Oh, no. Okay, no, they were all... this one actually is all that. But the other thing I liked was would also do sometimes some of his other... Edgar Rice Burroughs' other characters. Carson of Venus was another one, which was kind of cool. He did some sci-fi type of stuff. But my favorite by far...
Is this you speaking loud?
Yes. Now my favorite other Tarzan-y, besides Tarzan, one of my other favorites by Edgar Rice Burroughs is John Carter of Mars. Mainly because of what series I'll show you. Actually, the John Carter that Disney did, the movie was pretty good, but the main problem was they just called it John Carter. It's like saying Bob Smith. Right? It sounded like a stupid name for a movie, but if they had to put John Carter of Mars, I think it would have done 10 times better. Now, this is an early one by this guy, Jesse Marsh, who was a sort of a very plain type of artist in a way, but he still had sort of a neat style to him. Mm-hmm. And he also became famous. He did Tarzan too. I think for Gold Key mainly, and so people loved his Tarzan, and I can't remember if he did this before or after Tarzan, this John Carter of Mars. And what led me to like John Carter of Mars, besides reading the books later on, was the Marvel series John Carter, Warlord of Mars. One of my favorites. This one, actually, and out of all of them, my favorite is the very first issue. The whole series is pretty good. This one by was Marv Wolfman, Gil Kane, and Dave Cockrum. Three of my favorites, especially the two artists, Gil Kane and Dave Cockrum. Dave Cockrum, best known for co-creating the new X-Men, but also just a really cool artist. And I'll show the people. Absolutely. And this issue of all, I mean, this is the team who did the cover to the X-Men, giant size X-Men. Now here then it became Gil Kane still did it, but then he was inked by a guy named Rudy Nebrez, who actually apparently, from what I've seen online, is retiring soon. But Rudy himself was an absolutely beautiful artist. I think this actually might be And out of all the later issues, there was one, which I think this is the one. Here it is. The Origin of Deja Thoris.
Okay.
So this Dave Cockrum, who does the pencils this time, and Rudy Nebrez, who inks it. And it's just two artists at their prime. Just absolutely beautifully, like a beautiful line. It's about the best way I can put it. Artists know what I mean when I say that. Just a beautifully drawn line. I mean,
are you trying to say I'm not an artist?
no, not you. Here we go. But this is one of the best known of the later episodes of it. And like I say, it went on for so many issues. Nebrez stayed on it for quite a while, and then this guy Ernie Chan, who was big in the Conan circles, took over. But still, my favorite were all the early issues with Gil Kane and Rudy Nebrez. Absolutely gorgeous, is it? And that's our look at Tarzan and a few of Tarzan's pals. Now, next week or later on this week, actually, we're going to do, because we still owe you a few episodes. So I got 3 books coming in. I got one. I have the Silver Surfer Omnibus, a Disney thing that's really cool, and 1 or 2 other little surprises. But that'll be in the next episode. This was a fun episode with, and I thank you for inspiring it. Thank you. And we'll see you next week. Well, actually, we're slowed down too because this was a holiday week up here in Canada, May 24th. So that's why we didn't have it out on Monday. But it's going to be here out on Thursday. Yay!
24th May, and we like to stay away.
So yeah, Canadians, they know what May 24th is. Americans are looking at us and saying, "You celebrate what?" It's well, actually, it's Queen Victoria Day is what it is. So it's just a great holiday.
It's usually too cold to celebrate it here.
Yeah. Now sometimes it's just barely the first day of summer, first hinting of summer, but not this year. But if you're a big fan of icebergs, we got icebergs to play. That's what's keeping it cool this year. There's tons of icebergs off our shores up here. So you folks down in America, you want to see icebergs? This is the place to come. There's no.
Are you sure? Because I haven't seen any in a few years.
The reports of them off the northeast coast. They're packed up around Twillingate and all that apparently.
We live nowhere near Twillingate.
Oh yeah, but they'll be down here soon because you can feel it in the air. That's the cold, right? So we may not have a summer. Who knows? See how fast they pass. But for you, for you people who love icebergs, it's gonna be chock-a-block with icebergs. Oh, and the other big thing, I almost forgot. You know what I almost forgot?
What?
Is we launched this week a Kickstarter. It's for
Town Comics.
Town St. John's in Comics from Black Panel Comics.
I almost had it right.
Black Panel Press. Sorry, I almost had that right. And it's myself, Paul Tucker, my pal that you've seen me interview here, Mike Feehan. Jesus, there's a bunch of others. Kevin Woolridge, Sam Din, Kelly Basto. Jesus, I can never remember. Anyway, there's 8 of us, and we're all super cool people anyway. And it's basically we tell little stories. Oh, Andrew Hawthorne and I'm missing one. Anyway, we'll do a special show for him later.
I told him he has to make one of our cats, our 2 little black cats.
Yeah.
Them's be the rules.
Yeah, we're gonna do a. Now, once I finish this, I'm gonna be going back at the comics because I'm doing a comic strip for the Newfoundland Quarterly, the oldest magazine in Canada, and polishing off some other stuff. So it's been a busy couple of weeks here. So.
Ham it up, Wallace.
Ham. Okay. That being said, thanks for having us over, and we'll see you next week. Yay! Bye.